Hey, I'm back, out fresh on the scene. Franchise best on the team. Blue faces busting out the scene. New life is something like a dream.
2, 1. We are motherfucking live. What's happening? This is Kicking It with Kist. We're back at it with another episode. I got my dog in here.
What's good,
Mike Kroepel. It's good as fuck to see you.
It's always good.
It's always nice having fucking good friends on here. You know what I mean? A close brother of mine. So I've known him for a long time. And it's funny. I wanted to actually open this up with how we became friends. The story. The locker story.
We were friends before that.
Yeah,
but like it's funny because that brought us closer. For
like
sure.
we started chilling. Yeah, like it was just so funny how that shit ended up happening.
Well, I mean that's a good story. I mean, you can tell it. You want me to tell it from my point of view? I mean, it's up to you.
It was really like so.
It happened so fast.
Back in the day, back in like middle school. When you used to go by people, you used to slam their locker shut as soon as they would open it. Get motherfucker pissed off, especially if they're about to be late for class.
Yeah, when you hear that 1 minute bell ring and you're rushing. Especially because I had Miss Cloyd. You remember Miss Cloyd? She had that like thing of gum and she would put
the history, Miss Cloyd.
Yeah, she would like put the thing of gum on your desk type deal.
Yeah, bro.
But like, and she would like call you out if you were late.
She had the no gum policy. Yeah. She didn't fuck around with that shit.
But like, if she was just like extra as shit. Like she would call you out if you were like a minute late. Kisto came up behind me. Yeah. At about 7:34, whenever that first bell rang, 7:35, I don't know. Yeah. And just slammed my locker shut. And you know, I'm still a big dude. Kisto was a big dude back then, but like when a big guy gets angry, it's not like something you want to be in the way of. And I kind of just picked him up and I just tossed him across the hallway. Just kind of ragdolled him.
No, don't be modest. Don't be modest. I came around the corner, fucking literally the bell rang. It was like right when the bell was ringing. It was just the perfect time and I'm walking. I got my books. I'm like, there's not really many people in the hallway. And there's this girl over on the other side of the hallway. And as soon as I come around the corner, I just perfect timing, Mike poop, opens the locker, boom, just shut it, and his fucking just instinct, it was like reaction, he just boom, fucking threw me across the hallway. This chick, right in front of her locker, boom, fucking smack her into her locker. Literally, it was pretty fucking.
She was fine.
She was fine. Might have had a fucking big egg on her forehead, but you know, nothing that
I don't
fucking.
Think so.
I don't know.
But the biggest part of it is that, you know, we both ended up getting suspended. Me, because I, you know, fucking picked you up and threw you across the hall. But then, you know, I'm thinking, like, I'm at fault here because I mean, obviously I overreacted. But then Kisto ends up in school suspension with me. Yeah. Cause
that was the funniest fucking thing that we got in-house suspension for that.
But then we were together. And it was just
and then we were like, yeah, what's good? Like, what are you doing after school? Because we had known each other, like, and it's been like whatever, like football and stuff like that. But we never really like kicked it like that. And then we both got into that trouble. And then we were like, oh, what's good? What are you doing after school? And then we started kicking it. And then we kicked it a lot that summer. But it was just funny that once that happened, we were like, yeah, what's good? It's like you never know. And I mean, now, fuck. I mean, that was how long ago?
That was 8th grade.
You know what I mean? And all those years went by. And we're still close. You know, we still call each other brothers. So it's crazy.
That's
just you look back when I was like doing notes and shit, and I was like getting ready for you to come over. I'm like it's so funny how that shit happened, and we ended up starting to chill. Like after that, it was funny as fuck. But
yeah, it was always a good time.
You never know, you know what I mean? But that shit was fucking hilarious. But what's going on, G?
I mean, not shit. I mean,
the grind.
Yeah,
you've been fucking busy.
Well, the last couple of weeks, like with the snow, you know, we went out 4 or 5 days in a row. We try to do it in shifts, so it's just like, you know, you're not out there for 16 hours. You know, you might go out there for 10, and you know you get 10 off, and you back on. Yeah. But I mean, with that, it was bad, but it's really. I mean, plowing snow is not difficult. It's just the biggest thing. You know, I work. Fuck. Yeah, I mean they can get long, but like I said, the place I work for actually does a good job about splitting it up.
Hell yeah.
You know, everyone.
Do you guys have a lot of drivers?
Yeah, that's. I mean,
you guys are a pretty big company.
Yeah, we're a decent sized company. It's probably like 60 people ish.
Okay.
And I mean, I venture to guess that we probably have somewhere around 40 drivers. Then they don't like. I don't know. I was kind of hurt that I didn't get to take a work truck home this winter because they sold a bunch of them. It was nice to just have it in the driveway.
Fuck yeah.
Just drop the plow and push it out on my way out to work, and it's done.
All day.
But I
mean,
those
things are valuable too. Them trucks. If you got a truck with a plow.
Yeah.
And it's just, I mean, a lot of people. I got a buddy that I fucking work with, and he lives up in the Lapeer area. And he, not on his new truck now that he has, but his last truck, he had a truck that had a plow on it, bro. Easy way for him to fucking, I mean, up in the area.
You can just go, you walk up to people, offer them some type of contract. I mean, the worst they're going to say is no, but I mean, especially like out in a more remote area like that.
Some building, that's like my building, like my job, our bosses rent the building, but the owner of the building, he just has like he has a guy come through with the truck sometimes, but he's also got like a 4-wheeler that has just got a little fucking plow on it. He uses that too for like the sidewalks and shit on the main road. But like same thing, like I said, that guy is just someone, who knows, it might be a buddy of his or someone, but hey, I got a plow on my truck. You got a fucking business?
Yeah.
And you want me to come fucking hook your
that's a good way to just make a little bit of extra money. I don't know if you saw Quail bought a skid steer.
Dude, I seen that.
He can make some cash with that. You can do stuff like you can get like a
snowboard. That guy, dude, just
he's
fucking gets
hustling.
The craziest shit.
He's awesome.
He's always got something, bro. This guy just went from having fucking dirt bikes to fucking snow. Then he had a snowmobile, and now he's got a fucking skid steer.
The skid steer is like the most practical though. It's awesome.
Hell yeah. Well, especially all the shit that motherfucker does, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, his ass is gonna be putting that thing to work.
I know.
For real.
It's good to see.
What's going on though? With your boy, Islam about to fight Khabib's boy.
I mean, he probably looks the best since Khabib. Honestly, as far as just like pure domination,
them wrestling cats, bro. Them Dagestan, them boys.
I mean, they're from I don't know a tiny little fucking village in Russia, and they have
bears.
Well. The bears are like kind of trained, but yeah, as much as you can train a bear.
That's what it fucking. When I see those videos,
if they have the discipline to train a bear, think about what they can do for themselves.
For real, yeah, those guys are crazy. Fucking
they
disciplined
just built different.
With everything.
It's just like everything they do is about either wrestling or fighting. Like if you're in that scene there, but like
flat out.
I mean, I don't know if you ever seen like
the lifestyle.
Yeah, and like just the environment they're in out there, like it's snow and mountains, and like if you go high up enough on the mountains, you can see some green because it's not all frozen.
Yeah,
but like,
well, Khabib used to always say he's a fucking mountain man.
Yeah,
just needs bread and water.
Yeah, that's like their conditioning isn't anything like they have like all this technology. They run up and down those fucking hills.
Yeah, dude, I just seen a video of Islam the other day. They showed a video, little sneak of like him at his camp. In Russia, bro, and it's literally like it's not like a camp, like an American like camp. He's
where
running
you got
through.
50. He's got 10 of his boys with him.
He hops out of the fucking. I think he hops out of like the cold water. Then he gets out of the water, runs through the snow, like up these staircases. Then he comes back down. Then he hops into the sauna. Like I said, just like a little clip, but it's like you can tell by the way that the way that the environment is and the way that they're running shit, man, it's just a doghouse, man.
Yeah. And I mean, when you got
no fuck around zone, man.
Well, then Khabib's retired, but he's still in there. He's like coaching all of them, and it's like,
well, that's the thing. That's the other thing.
John Jones has a fucking argument for greatest of all time, but like then Khabib never lost. I mean, he never had like a blemish on his record at all.
No,
he wasn't like as exciting as John Jones to watch.
And it's just,
he knew how to win.
That's the only thing is, that's always with them too. It's just like the level of competition. But Khabib, I mean, he did what he had to do. He didn't fucking lose, like you said. He won the belt. He beat one of the fucking greatest fighters ever of all time. You know what I mean? And Conor McGregor, a couple of them. I mean, he's beaten plenty of good fighters. He beat Dustin Poirier. He beat fucking Justin Gaethje. You know, he's done it. He did his thing, but
a lot of those at like the end, like I mean, he was just like. He made Conor look like weak, and And he did that to everyone until he retired. And
he smashed Conor.
He smashed Conor, but then, I mean, he smashed Poirier, too. I mean, it wasn't really close between him and the rest of the division.
That shit was funny. He said when Poirier was trying to fucking submit him, bro, he said he really thought I was going to tap in front of my father?
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
And it's like...
I love Dustin Poirier, but... Like I said, I mean, Khabib,
he was on another level.
Nigga earned his stripes, you know?
Yeah.
You can't fucking say anything about that, but...
You know, I mean, in Islam
that's his protege, man.
Yeah.
He's like Khabib Jr. But
Islam's going up, right?
He's long.
He's going up a weight, right, to fight Volk?
No.
Oh, no.
Volk is going up.
Volk's going up.
Volk is feather, yeah.
Okay.
So Volk is going up to lightweight. So they're fighting at 155.
It's going to be hard for fucking Volk to hit. He's so short.
It is. The thing is, though, he's short. There's a lot of disadvantages, but the thing is, obviously Islam has never fought anybody as good as Volkanovski. But Charles Oliveira was very good, but he's not as tenacious as Volkanovski. He's more of a sit back, kind of feel out. Volkanovski is very offensive. He throws a lot of leg kicks, and his small like stature, kind of with that like low center of gravity, it helps him too. I think it's gonna be about. I mean, everybody know it's kind of just right out in front, you know. Like if Volkanovski can't fucking hold his own in the wrestling game, it's gonna be a long fucking, right, you know. And the way that fucking Islam just got Charles Oliveira to tap out, bro, once he got on top of him, is like. And that's the guy that had the most submissions in the fucking UFC. So if Volkanovski gets in that position...
I mean, if he gets your neck, it's...
Islam is so fucking strong. And like, he's got the reach advantage. I mean, he's got the height advantage. It's his weight class. But it's going to be crazy. And they're fighting in Australia. So it's
right
like,
in his backyard.
Man, the way they did that, though, after fucking Islam won the fight, bro, and Khabib came in the octagon and said, we want that. We're going to Australia. We want the pound for pound fucking king in his backyard.
I mean, you know, there's got to be some type of...
And Islam don't look, bro. I mean, he's always got that look. Like, that guy is just calm, collective, don't let the moment... Like, he ain't talking no shit. He's just like... He says it's so funny when he talks shit. Like, him talking shit, he'd be like, yeah, that guy is short. Like little shit like that. He's just so.
But like you, at the same time, it's like.
But he's a killer.
He's scary. That's
he's a killer.
He's got that like Russian cold blooded.
They all are like that though. Just like how Khabib was when fucking Conor McGregor was literally in his face, bro, like talking shit, and Khabib was just looking forward, like.
It's just.
I'll see you there.
Yep.
In the octagon. It's some stone cold shit. I'm excited. There's a lot of good fucking fights coming up, bro. Like I can't wait to see John come back.
Yeah, it's
gonna be awesome.
I wish it was against Ngannou. That's a bad situation.
I know. I'm anxious to see what he does in Ngannou. If he's going to do some boxing or something.
I saw like people were talking about him doing like the like trophy boxing matches type shit, just like make a bag type deal.
Yeah, for sure.
But
like
then,
fucking box Tyson Fury or something like that, you know.
Yeah. At the same time though, it's like he was in the prime of his career. Like
that's why the thing is he was dealing with a lot of injuries and shit though too.
Yeah.
But and it's just that shit is grueling. I mean,
well, especially like
you were a wrestler, bro. So you know, and that's somewhat part of fucking what MMA is. So it's like you know what like a training process is, and being in a combat sport. I mean, especially doing it at UFC, the highest fucking level. It's like you're fucking risking everything. You're putting your whole health and your body on the line every fucking day for. You know, sometimes multiple times a day, hours on end. You know what I mean? It's gruesome.
Yeah, I mean, everyone sees the fights, but you don't see the hours of conditioning.
That's just
and
the 15, you know.
Yeah, 25-minute, 15-minute, whatever it may be. But that's just like the smallest snippet of what actually happened. I mean, you can see when someone didn't condition right and they're gassed after the first, second round, like of a 5-round match. It's like. Oh, well, it's over.
Exactly. For sure.
You know, if you start seeing people, like, really, gasping for air after one or two, the other guy's going to win. And it's probably going to be by a submission because they're just going to give up and, give up their neck, whatever. It's over.
Yeah.
Just get out of it.
The conditioning,
the conditioning's crazy, but, that's the difference between wrestling, because I wrestled. And I mean, practices were tough. I mean, I had to cut a lot of weight. I mean, I was around guys who had to cut a lot of weight.
I mean, fuck. The conditioning you gotta do.
Yeah, I mean,
mentally and physically to wrestle is insane.
Yeah, but the difference with that and MMA is like MMA, you're actually getting hit. Like, there's punches. Like wrestling, like it's like I would say there's probably more wear on your joints because you're just moving around.
You know, it's one thing.
Yeah. In MMA, it's just a combination. It's like you got
to be ready for everything.
Smacked with a double leg, and then they just climb right up into an armbar.
Yeah,
it's like if you let your arm hang a little bit too long.
Or you think he's gonna shoot for a fucking takedown, and then he kicks you in the head, and you're fucking wake up in the back of an ambulance.
Yeah, that, you know what I mean? Ben Askren.
You're like, flat out. You know what I mean?
And he was an Olympian. Like, he was good.
Dude, and got kneed in the fucking head because he
went in blind.
Dude, he did. He went straight into it. That's one of the craziest fucking knockouts of all time, bro.
Jorge Masvidal is cool, but I feel like he's still living on that. He's gonna be living off that for a while.
He's gonna have to. I mean, he lost to Colby.
He's lost a bunch of fights.
But who's he supposed to be coming back and fighting?
I know. I thought he was fighting someone.
I can't remember. No, there's a lot of good fights. So Usman and Edwards are their rematch. Izzy and Pereira are fucking having a rematch.
Yeah, that one's gonna be interesting.
You know, Jamal Hill might be the backup fighter for that fight if it doesn't go through. You know, it's like there's just so much shit right now going on with the fucking fight world. That shit is popping. It's fucking popping.
Yeah. And both of those last ones, you said Edwards and Usman.
Yeah.
Like that was, Usman was going to win until the last minute.
Changed everything, and bro. Then, one shot, and then, headshot, dead.
What is it? Izzy and fucking Pereira or whatever.
Yeah. Izzy had that fight won on the cards.
Same deal.
And just got fucking pummeled at the end right there. I fuck with it. I mean, like I said, that's going to be a good one. There's so many fucking good fights. Between that, Jones coming back, returning. It's going to be a fucking good year. MMA, that shit's fucking growing.
It's been growing, but like, I mean, you remember back in the day when he was wearing tap-out shirts?
Yeah.
That was like the beginning of it.
It's so crazy, how far that shit has come, because it was like boxing was always the king, like.
Yeah, but MMA's just got more action. Like boxing,
I love MMA.
Boxing's so much more strategy. I mean, there's strategy in MMA, obviously, but like.
Boxing is technique.
Yeah.
And precision, but boxing, like I said, it's sweet. Boxing is cool, and especially when you got the people like the Mike Tysons and the fucking Savages, you know what I mean, and the fucking Muhammad Ali's and the George Foreman. There's fucking so many, but MMA is
just more entertaining just because there's so much more that could happen. I feel like, I mean, you're not gonna see a fucking roundhouse, just a straight head kick connecting with the temple, just knocking someone out.
It's brutal.
And
to me, it's like the gladiator shit. Like, that's what I like. It's like that fucking. You gotta admire like that combat shit. Like, at least I do. It's not for everybody. Some people don't fuck with it.
People don't like seeing other people
barbaric.
Get hurt,
but it's like you said. There's a skill set to it. We appreciate like the game of it, like the sport aspect too.
Yeah, I mean,
as spectators,
those guys. I mean, there's some disrespect between them, and there's also some showmanship. Like, they have a certain level of respect for one another. I mean, maybe not all the time, but like those guys aren't going in there trying to. Maybe 99% of the time, you might have that one guy who's just real upset, going in there trying to seriously injure someone. Well, that's like when it's Khabib
and Conor. Like, that's the thing. I mean. Like, sometimes it gets to that.
It gets to that personal level.
And then you got guys where they'll fucking have a 3-fight rivalry, like John Jones and Daniel Cormier, and at the end of it, like, they can still, like, Daniel Cormier was just talking good about him, like him coming back. It's like those guys were talking hella shit to each other, you know what I mean? Mad shit.
Yeah, but then
fucking whooping each other's ass. But then you, like you said, when it's all said and done, the dust settles.
Yeah, and there's got to be a level of respect.
Yeah. And then you guys just say, fuck it. You got to eventually just move on from that shit.
Yeah, you both out there.
You know what I mean?
Trying to achieve the same thing, and you can't. I mean, so some people use that shit talk as motivation. I know I always did. If anyone talked shit to me, it was like, all right, let me prove you wrong real quick.
Flat out. You got to.
Once you're out of it, like Cormier's been out of it for a while now, and that's why he's going to say some shit about it. He's not going to. be retired talking at the table, trying to talk shit about John. I'm sure he'll have his little jabs here and there, but there's not going to be a full-blown rivalry.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, they're still employed by the same person, so.
You seen fucking Trav's about to drop this year?
You believe it?
Do I believe it? Do you believe it? You could pull that arm towards you a little bit.
Bet.
There you go.
I mean, I believe it, but
I don't even know, when did he say he was supposed to? Is there a set date, or it's just?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
he's gonna start dropping. He put something out. He's gonna start dropping singles soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, fuck. When? How long has it been since he dropped?
Since what? Astroworld?
Yeah.
Astroworld was August of 2018, so it's been over 4 years.
That's crazy.
I know that because I thought about that because
you know his shit's gonna be so fucking fire though. It's gonna be so fire.
It's just one of those things. It's like when you like have such a long wait, the hype gets so high, and if it falls even a little bit short, it's just like I don't know.
But he's at that stage, you know.
Yeah, I mean, after all that fucking. I mean, he
and he feels like he can do that. He can take that time and.
Well, I don't think he necessarily just did it because of time.
No, I feel like
it would have been like 2 years ago.
I feel like Trav really tries to perfect like his work,
yeah,
like
his music. He's involved in a lot of production.
Yeah, like I mean, I watched that fucking documentary. It was The Look Mom I Can Fly or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
On Netflix,
yeah, I've seen it.
And a lot of it too was like behind the scenes, the making of fucking the album and shit like that. I mean, he's fucking passionate, bro. That motherfucker, and it's crazy. Like when they show clips of like his shows, bro, when there's like fucking like 10 people, bro, he's on the stage all fucking like turned up, like young Trav, bro. And from him, I mean, that's one of those American dream stories, bro. Like that nigga just followed his passion and fucking blew up, bro.
No, what I mean, he got in with Kanye. He did some producing for Kanye on Kanye's like label album, the Good Family, Bad Summer or something.
Okay.
I think it was something like that, but it was like the one that had like Mercy, and there was a couple other like bangers from that time period. I can't think of them off top, but he like executive produced that album, and that's like what got him in with Kanye type deal. And then Kanye started putting him on, in the years that came after that. I mean, I think, like, 2013 he did his first, or second mixtape. I think his first one was in 2012. But, like, he just exponentially grew. Because he went from mixtape to, debut album, which didn't even blow up. His debut album got more popular after his second album.
Days.
Wait, no. The debut was... Days was a mixtape, I think.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Debut was Rodeo. And But Rodeo didn't get popping until after Birds in the Trap and Pick Up the Phone hit the radio.
Well, I feel Antidote...
but that was the only one
Antidote
that anyone...
is what slapped him out, bro.
That's...
Everybody was banging that shit.
Oh.
I forget about that song. That shit got so overplayed, bro.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's like it's a classic and you can't hate on it.
I ain't heard it in so long, But, yeah, he blew the fuck up.
Yeah, but, I mean, 5 years, I mean, it's just because, all that shit that happened with the festival and all that.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, bro.
But
his performances, bro, are just...
They're crazy in general.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a big dude. Like, I've pushed up to the front of his mosh pit before.
It's just
like,
tough.
It gets...
It's tough because he has an audience of younger... Yeah, like the younger generation. And it's like, as a parent... You got your kid that's fucking 12 or 13 years old, fucking playing Fortnite, loving Travis. They're listening to fucking, they're like Cactus Jack, and fucking they want to go to this Travis Scott concert, bro. And it's like,
but it's not that.
It's not that. Like, you can't unless they're there with you. Well, and like even still, it's
my view is that the issue wasn't like, I mean, I'm sure anyone can blame as much as they want on it to the artist, but you should never have a 50,000 people on the floor, like no barricades, no nothing, just 50,000 plus people
cause a stampede.
And it's like that's why they couldn't get things in, they couldn't get people out. It's
order. Yeah,
there's just too many people. Like there's got to be a limit on like how many people can be
Should have definitely been planned out better.
Yeah, definitely. It shouldn't just be one giant shit show.
Yeah.
You got some type of barricade and some type of like bleacher seating or something.
It was fucked up. They were trying to fucking torch him for that shit.
Yeah.
They were about to get on that cancel train.
They were on it for a minute.
Flat out. Well, the thing is, he's just so fucking big. It's like, I mean, that's hard. But they were, I mean, that shit I remember. And it was fucked up. But like you said, can you really blame him for that?
Well, and like
everybody's
that,
everyone's
everyone, said there was a video where he
rip.
said people put a video out there and they're like, he looked right at him. It's like, it's just a video of him. You can't see what the fuck he's looking at.
Exactly.
I don't know. It's, like I said, it's more on, I don't want to say the security. It's just the event planning. You just got to plan that out.
There's a lot of shit, that goes into that should have been fucking more thought of and more planned out.
Well, even when I went to the show in Detroit, like, there was room on the floor, like, along the barricades where you, like, if it was too much, you could just back out.
Yeah.
Like, the person that I was there with had a concussion, so we were just on the barricades for most of the times.
Yeah.
We weren't missing that concert, but he wasn't going in there with a concussion because he can get a little bit rowdy.
Yeah, bro. I mean, he's a fucking rock star, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
that's kind of his whole thing too behind his performances.
Yeah,
it's not meant to just be no fucking lighter flake fucking sing along, bro.
There's smoke, there's pyro.
He likes to rage.
The drops, yeah, it goes crazy.
He likes to rage. But
yeah, I mean, he'll drop.
Guy puts on a fucking hell of a performance.
Oh, fuck
I've
yeah,
never been, but I mean, how many trap concerts have you? Just one or two?
Just one.
Yeah,
but
I mean, that motherfucker, just from seeing videos of his concerts, and he can fucking rage, bro. That would be dope. I mean, I don't mind. Like, I've been to like a chill concert, and I've been to like, even when I went to the Suicide Boys concert, and I was in the mosh pit section. Like, that shit was crazy.
Oh yeah.
That shit. I woke up the next day so fucking sore, bro, from bumping and just fucking hitting people all fucking night, dude. That shit was insane.
Where was that one at?
That was at the Masonic Temple.
Oh, see, that's like the things, like those small.
And it wasn't even big.
No,
like,
the small venues can like do that.
It was just like this circle, because they had obviously the people that were up in the seats, but it was just and we were just like, Quail was there, Ben, Devin, Jake. Jake got kicked out of the concert.
You ended up linking up with them after. That's a good story. Shout out to Jake for that.
Shout out to Jake D. We go to the Suicide Boys concert. Jake D is the biggest Suicide Boys fan that I know.
The biggest.
Okay. And, I mean, there was also Shakewell was there. And Germ. And he's a big fan of them. What's his name was there, too? I think, who else was there? Fuck.
I know it was Shakewell and
I can't think of his name. There was someone else. There was a lot of like people that were there, obviously on like the pre-show, but
yeah,
that shit was fucking lit. Like, I like the Suicide Boys and that concert, but having us all together in the mosh pit, like together, and like I said, I remember Quail. I mean, this is a guy that his legs are all fucked up, and I mean, this guy all night. We didn't really all feel it till the next day. And I didn't realize, like, I mean, I wasn't, like, I'm in better shape now. But back then, I mean, it's not like I was in terrible shape. But I'm talking about, like, I got down there and after the first song, like, you mosh pit. And then it's like, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, I'm tired as hell. I got to step back for a sec.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers are just getting knocked down, getting back up, getting knocked down.
Jake ended up having a pretty chill night after he got kicked out of there.
Yeah, Jake D ends up fucking the like I said, the biggest Suicide Boys fan that you know. We get to the concert, like I said, at the Masonic Temple. Stupid ass shit. Jake's down there hitting the vape. The fucking security guard comes up to this guy, bro, for hitting a vape.
I know,
kicks him out at the beginning of the concert This was before, like, literally, this was maybe, like, the second act. These motherfuckers, I didn't even know who the fuck these people were. It was nobody, like, that we were there to see really yet. And I'm like, this is crazy. He's the one that set this whole thing up, like, got us all to go to the concert. We're like, no way this guy gets kicked out. We're all, like, debating, like, damn, should we even stay? And, lo and behold, this guy fucking ends up linking up with them after the concert.
He linked up with their manager.
Flat out. It was chilling and smoking and shit with them, bro.
He was on the tour bus with them.
Like, what the fuck? Like the way that shit worked out ended up being like beautiful. Insane. It was fucking. But shout out to Jake D. Like, that's like a once in a lifetime. Like, how does that shit even fucking happen? How do you just DM them after the concert, bro, and tell them like, yo, I just got kicked out, like, and like tell them the situation, and these motherfuckers, bro, end up chilling with you, kicking it with you. That was pretty dope. Yeah, I know that shit fucking ended, because like I said, I mean, his night, for how excited he was, so fucking excited for that concert, and then that happened, and we're all like, what the fuck? And then, like I said, we ended up finding out, and then he's posting videos of him fucking chilling with them.
Yeah, throwing water balloons at people behind barricades and shit. But no, it's like...
Shit was fire.
How you were saying, like, you know, like, that's at a small venue type shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's when it can get crazy.
Which was crazy, I remember.
I remember I saw... It's funny, because it was early Lil Baby. It was like Yes Indeed had just dropped. Mm-hmm. I saw him at St. Andrews, and that's not a lot of people.
Yeah, no.
But it wasn't even rowdy like that at all. Like, the audio, it's funny. It was like 2018. It was like he hadn't popped yet.
Yeah.
And audio is just screeching all over the place.
For real?
The mic is just fucked up. Like, it's not a good signal. And then it's just like he didn't know how to perform it all. And it's such a small stage, but he had like 15 of his boys out there on stage, and they're just like bobbing their head, and he's just rapping. It's just like
turned up.
But there's like not like much flow to the concert. It's just like do a song.
Yeah. Like, he didn't know how to perform yet.
No, like, and that had to be his first type of like actual tour. Mm-hmm. I mean, St. Andrews. I mean, he'll never do anything like that.
No,
ever.
Dude, he's popping now. Like you said, I mean, back in the day, that was back. Yeah, like when he was first coming up. You know, it's crazy how that's how that shit goes. Those rappers, it's nice when you can catch those concerts early. You look back on them like, damn, I remember back when this guy was fucking first coming up, and I got to go see him perform for fucking. Now you probably can't get a ticket for half the price of what you paid for it. You know.
I think we paid.
Like you said at St. Andrews, then again, he ain't coming back here and playing. He ain't playing nowhere but Little Caesars.
Yeah, exactly.
If he comes to Detroit.
Yeah, no, those tickets, I think they were like $30 for like on the floor, and then the balcony was $40.
That's crazy.
And like they were selling them at the door type shit. It wasn't sold out.
Yeah. Shout out to Lil Baby. He's been on fire, bro. He came up hard.
Yeah. I fuck with that last album. It's not like it's not My Turn. I feel like My Turn is a better album.
I don't know. I probably listen to My Turn more, I think.
Well, I mean, the other one, it hasn't had a chance to age.
It's Only Me, yeah, but I stopped listening to it like earlier than I did My Turn. Like My Turn, I was bumping that shit for a while.
I still bump that shit.
Still can bump that shit. Like It's Only Me. There's, I feel like, just select joints on there too that I really like. I feel like My Turn was a more complete album. I fucked with a lot more songs on there. Yeah, but
that's one of those things when you come up with those
guys. Yeah, he's got to be trying to switch it up. You know,
I've always said that about like Post Malone. Like Post Malone's first album, like I really like. It was really good. And he's had a couple of good ones, but like.
That was his best shit.
You come out and you set a bar that's so high, it's hard to top it sometimes.
It is.
It's like only like select people can like eventually top it.
That's how you gotta fucking really respect like the GOAT, like the guys that fucking be doing that shit for that long. Like Drake, Future, like them dudes, bro, been going for so long, just fucking putting out bangers. Whether it's fucking collabs or albums and shit, it's like I be listening to that fucking Take Care of that shit, still bumps. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Future, you could put on that old shit, bro. You could put on some Dirty Sprite, bro. Some of his old mixtapes, bro.
Yeah, some of his original shit. Even it's funny to listen to like when Future was with Ciara when he made that Honest album.
Yeah.
Like it's like you listen to that and then you listen to Monster. It's like, yo,
you be switching it up, bro. I swear. Yeah, all his shit, bro. Beast Mode.
But yeah, I mean, there's only a select few that have done it for that long.
Yeah.
I mean, Lil Wayne's been around forever. I mean, he doesn't really drop like he used to, but like...
that was disrespect. Yeah, Lil Wayne. He's one of those people, too. I even feel like that, too, about, like, Wiz Khalifa. Like
Wiz Khalifa, like if you got,
he was the like back in the day. That nigga, I used to swear I was like, yeah, Wiz Khalifa's the best. He was popping. He put out the best shit, and I still listen to some of his new shit. But it's like, it's not like his old shit. But I get it. It's like you're in the game that long, you got to be switching it up and shit.
Yeah.
Trying to, resonate with different people and, try out different flows and shit. But his old shit, man, I listen to his old shit like it's new. Like when I hear that shit, I'm like, this was that shit. And like his new shit now, it's like there's a couple joints, like I said, I can fuck with, but it ain't like that. But there's some rappers, like I said, that can just keep that shit going and can switch up them flows and still make them fucking complete albums.
Anytime I hear anything off of Golden Paper, I think about John's Dakota.
Yeah, bumping that shit.
That roll up. The 12-inch sub sitting right next to you.
Yeah.
That
album
time.
Was fucking fire, man. That shit was fire. He put out a lot of good work. There's a couple of different people, bro, that are some goats of this generation. It's crazy because they've been in the game for a while. The new wave is about to start. That shit's about to be. A lot of that shit is already getting old. Fuck. Like Lil Wayne.
Well, alright. So
soon, young cats aren't even gonna know who that is.
No,
They don't.
So I thought about this like as soon as I heard it. So I fucked with Drake and 21, like that collab album. They had some real good songs.
Hell yeah, I like that shit.
But on that first one on Rich Flex, I don't know if do you know the song 24s by T.I.?
Yeah.
Like when Drake comes in,
the spinoff, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like I heard that immediately, and it's just like you think about it because that song came out in like 2003.
Yeah.
Like, that's like 20 years ago now, technically.
And you knew that shit, though.
Yeah, but like
as it came out.
Kids now who are 16, 17, they're going to be listening to that, but they're going to be like, damn, this is a sweet flow. Not knowing that he straight pulled that off of someone else's shit.
Well, that's just like, too, how when we were younger and we would hear songs that would come out, and our parents would be like, hear it on the radio and be like, you like this song? Like, there's an original version to this. Like, they already remixed it off something else.
Yeah.
Like, even a lot of rappers have been doing that for the longest time. Tupac used to do it. Biggie, like, taking, like, samples off songs, remixing them. Like you said, Lil Wayne, Drake have done it.
Yeah.
Rappers have been doing that shit for a while. And it's crazy. Like you said, that's just how kids won't even fucking know.
No, and that's, like, because a lot of, like, there's a lot of original, like, music being made, but, like, some of the best comes from just, like, old stuff that just, like, gets a new spin on it.
Revamping it, yeah. Hell
you don't need to do anything, like, crazy to it. Maybe slow it down.
Because there's a lot of, like, timeless beats.
Yeah.
And timeless flows. And there's artists where it's, like, you hear an artist come out with a song and it's super good, and you're still at the same time, you're like, damn. I bet you this guy could get on here and rip this shit. You know what I mean?
It's like that's why I like the Metro album that just came out. He's got a bunch of different like kind of flows on there.
Metro don't miss, man.
That whole album was fire.
He don't miss.
Like
he got a lot of people on there, bro. 21 Trav. He had fucking Weekend on there. He had fucking
he had Future on there a couple times. Like
that Superhero was fucking hitting on there. Didn't he have
ASAP.
He had Thug on there.
Yeah, he had Thug on there a few times.
Free Young Thug.
Facts.
Yeah, Metro's been fucking. He's got an album coming, I think, with Lil Durk, right? Or Future.
I don't know off top, to be honest with you. Did you hear the YoungBoy diss, like when YoungBoy dissed Durk and fucking everybody?
No.
It came out a while back. Like he called out everybody.
Really?
Yeah.
That guy's always beefing.
He is. He's just angry.
I used to not really fuck with YoungBoy's music. It took me a minute to get to like his shit. But I fuck with his shit. I fuck with some of his songs. I don't really listen to him a lot, but you remember when you used to first try to put me on?
You were like that with Baby, too.
Yeah, I was like that. I did not like the way Lil Baby sounded at first when I listened to his shit. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, I tried. I tried to show you. I don't know how many times. And same with YoungBoy, but, like, YoungBoy just puts out a lot of music, but, like, he's always beefing with somebody, and he's just always so angry.
Yeah, I know.
Like, bro, chill.
Those fucking videos that people were, when that shit was a trend for a minute, when people were posting, like videos of like how they would act, like NBA YoungBoy style. That shit was funny.
I don't know. He's just like I like a lot of his music, but like some of it, it's just like it's funny because it'll go from one song, he's just talking, reckless, and the next he's like in love with this chick, and it's just like, what are we doing here?
A lot of it, that's how, and that's what's nice though about those rappers, like that can switch up their flows.
Oh no, he's super versatile for sure. Like he can go on whatever flow. He can go on a slow beat, fast beat, like a hard drill beat. It's like he's definitely talented. It's just like, I don't know. As I've gotten older, I've started to appreciate albums that like flow together better, and just go like. You
gotta appreciate just good music.
Well, and I feel like the listing of the songs, you know, if you have the producers work together, where you can like make a song flow into one another. Yeah, that's always like a really sweet touch. I like that shit.
Hell yeah!
Just like you can tell they actually cared about it. They didn't just bang out a song to throw it out.
Well, that's the thing. Music right now too. A lot of it's so watered down. It's like a lot of people just put out shit for production, or like they're in contracts or whatever, so they got to put out a certain amount of shit. So they're just like whatever. But it's nice, the people that are passionate about it. You can hear that shit in the music. Fuck, music is influential. Music is fucking important. Like I like music the way that like I look at music. I listen to music while I'm working. Like you listen to music in the car. I listen to music when I'm at the gym. It's like music is just something that's just crazy how there's certain music you like to listen to when you're in a certain mood. There's shit you like chill shit and like I like all types of music.
That's yeah. I was
thinking
me and
you are
that.
A lot of like we fucking our playlist is fucking all over the place, wherever.
Like
for real,
I might bust out a Backstreet Boys song, but then Lil Baby might pop on right after. It depends on the vibe.
Then a country
I can do
joint,
some country.
throwback, new school, whatever.
Yeah, I've made playlists. Like I've got like stuff at like for work. Cause like I don't want to really listen to like edited rap, and that's what I'd have to do because I'm working in some really nice spots. Like I don't want.
Yeah, bro. Like, and you know it's
it's not the time and place for that.
So
shit.
They're not trying to hear that shit.
But it's like a mix of like country and like 2000s like punk rock type stuff.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
But then I made one. I got this boss at work. He's like real judgmental. He's funny as shit to just mess with because he'll give you a reaction on almost anything.
Yeah.
And like he might. I think he just turned 50 or something. Mm-hmm. But he like listens to like 60s country. Like it's like I can get down with some country, but like it's got to be modern, man. If I hear like a fiddle and a like
that 60s country is kind of fucking rough.
It's a little too much for me. Like I'm sure there's good songs, like but I can't get behind that shit.
He said it's. Can't get down with I don't like you said, the 60s shit.
That shit.
No, yeah, some people, I mean, it's like fuck, man. Like you said, all right, play one. The next one I can't do it back to back.
Everyone's got a taste, like but like I made this playlist. It was like Backstreet Boys, Taylor Swift, like Katy Perry. It was just all like like pop music type shit.
Some bangers.
Facts, but just to play and just like to get his reaction, just because it became and I mean he was talking shit after the first song.
Yeah, of course.
But because I pulled my radio out first, my phone was on.
Well, that's the thing too.
You got to get the job site radio privileges, and you just play shit like that.
Yeah, if you're only listening to fucking 60s country, man. You got me fucked up. Because, like, I'll listen to a bunch of different shit. So it's like, we can maybe find something we both like, but you're not about to tell me, like, that's all we're going for is 60s country. Yeah. We got to fucking do something different. Like, I'll listen to some alternative rock. I'll listen to some fucking metal, some punk, whatever. I'll listen to some fucking jazz, some hip-hop, some rap. I don't give a fuck. But
classic rock.
Like I said, 60s country, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like that.
I don't know about that.
It's like that.
That's like you said. That's a tough motherfucker right there. But
yes, no.
Yeah, my playlist goes all over the fucking place. For real. What's going on with fucking Michigan next year?
You talking about football?
You think they're about to win it all?
They got a chance. I mean, they're gonna lose a couple, but they got most. I think they got 3 out of the 5 offensive linemen back. I'm pretty sure
Blake Corum came back, right?
Blake Corum's back and Donovan Edwards is back. He was going to be back regardless.
So basically almost their whole offense. What about receivers?
Ronnie Bell's gone. I know that he was a senior.
Yeah, that nigga was fucking been there for what?
Like 5 years, 6 years. It might have been. He might have had like a COVID year type deal.
Shit. I feel like he's been playing there for a minute. Yeah, well, for a minute, Dylan was telling me that Jim was thinking about going to the NFL for a second.
Yeah, they were talking about it, but
he's staying.
Yeah, him and the AD had some type, or have, I don't know if it's completely resolved, some type of beef.
Oh.
I think the AD doesn't want to like get too involved into the NIL shit.
Yeah.
Like, but to remain competitive, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
Like, Blake Corum signed some NIL deal, and he's coming back. It's like, he would have gone to the draft, even off an injury.
For real.
He can make some money and then, try to raise his stock again.
Flat out.
And that's...
Yeah, you just got to get with the shit,
yeah,
man.
You have to, like, adapt. You have to adapt, or you're just going to get phased out.
Like, I get the Michigan whole, like, pride, like, the old school narrative, too, like, but it's like...
If you got players, like, incoming freshmen getting $700K from Alabama, in what world are they going to want to come
everywhere else, too.
Yeah.
Not Alabama, Georgia, fucking Clemson, all those big fucking schools, you know what I mean?
Especially, in the South, I feel like they've always done it in the SEC. I feel like, because the SEC has always been so good.
Yeah.
They get players out of Texas, and Texas isn't even, like, over there type deal.
Yeah, for real. It just don't make no sense.
I feel like they've
been... But Michigan has always been rich. They're right there, especially right now. I mean, they had their time where they were down, but I mean, within the last couple of years, they just been fucking coming so close, bro. Just falling like one domino short.
The last 2 years, I mean, when they lost to Georgia last year, I wasn't like overly surprised. I thought they were gonna smack TCU this year. I was like, that's the perfect situation. Like, it's gonna be good, and then they just lost. And then Georgia just absolutely smokes TCU.
Yeah.
I was just like, we lost to these guys?
Like,
what would have happened if we played them?
Yeah.
I feel like it would have honestly been a closer game, but that's just a fan bias coming in there. I mean, we lost to them.
That was a game that everybody thought that Michigan was going to win.
Everybody.
It's always those games.
But, I mean,
where everybody's like, all right, bro, Michigan, like,
it's
they got to the, like, once they beat Ohio State, everyone's like, all right, bro, who are they about to draw? And then they draw TCU, and everyone's like, all right, bro, they're going to the championship. Like, they're about to beat TCU. It's locked in.
Yeah.
And then it be those certain games where it's just something happens, bro. And it just don't make no sense.
It's a trap game.
It is. But
I mean,
he's won a couple of those, though, because for a minute the narrative was like, all right, Jim can't fucking win those trap games. He can't beat Ohio State.
Well, the biggest thing was always Ohio State.
He got over that hump. And sometimes, though, they were kind of a trap game. But even, like, with Michigan State, like, you know what I mean? They've had those games with them where it's been a trap game and they've lost. It's like, but, I mean, I thought this year for sure. I mean, and I'm not even, I mean, you know, I'm a State fan, but I thought for sure this year that they were about to go to the championship.
Yeah,
I thought. They're fucking good, man.
I feel like Georgia was preparing for Michigan, not Ohio State too, because that game was really close. And I mean, Ohio State, like, the weather was not that bad.
Out of them, bro.
Yeah, Michigan.
That's what. After I seen that, the way that you guys beat them, I was like, all right, but that's when I for sure thought that you guys were gonna go to the championship.
But I think everyone kind of assumed that, and that's why Georgia was probably preparing for. And I feel like that's why they had such a close game.
Yeah, flat out.
But all Georgia needed to do was just throw the ball deep, because that's all we had to do. Like I say, we, like, I'm on the team.
But the way you guys too fucking played defense against Ohio State, you guys.
Well, yeah, they shut them down in the second half bad.
Yeah, dude. They fucking made they made fucking what's his name, CJ Stroud, look fucking like a little ass boy.
Yeah, but then he looked real good against Georgia. Tell you who's gonna be crazy is Marvin Harrison Jr. He's gonna be sweet,
just like his dad.
Yeah, but
he's gonna be a beast. CJ Stroud is cold.
CJ Stroud's gonna be a top 5 pick, probably a top 3 pick.
I can't wait to see him go play in the NFL.
I hope he gets on a good decent enough team.
I like seeing fucking Trevor Lawrence, what he did. Fucking, I like to see
end of the year,
guys, bro.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence really turned it on towards the end of the year.
Even like this year, bro. Like fucking Jalen Hurts, bro. That guy, like...
The Eagles...
The whole thing, like, how he fucking was in that, like, college and, like, the whole, like, him back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then losing his starting spot and then it's like... And then going into the NFL. Yeah. And then going to the NFL and now he's just a fucking animal. Yeah. Like, fucking... That guy was a killer in fantasy this year.
Yeah.
Man, that motherfucker, he's tearing shit up.
My fantasy quarterback situation was terrible this year. we don't even get into that.
Yeah, my shit was... Yeah.
I mean, I came in third. It was all right, but my quarterback situation was bad.
I was close, yeah. I mean, I didn't make the playoffs, but I was close to making the fucking playoffs. I kind of got hold. For real. The league was all fucked up, bro, this year. The league was all fucked up.
Some collusion going on?
Yeah, there was a bunch of bullshit fucking going on. And then you know, whatever. Next year, though, I'm on that. This was only my second year in fantasy. So
yeah, this is my second year in the league that I'm into, and I mean we only do it for $25. It's not.
I mean, this year we did it for $100.
I was gonna join it, but I forgot to.
But I didn't give a fuck. I mean I had a good team. I got fucked over.
Fantasy's fun. It just gives you like a reason to like be invested in every game.
It is fun.
Other than just like I know you're a Ravens fan, but I'm sure you support the Lions if it's not against the Ravens type shit. For sure. And it's like other than those, because like, I'm a Chiefs bandwagon, straight up. I don't care. I did that a couple years ago when the Chiefs got good and the Lions were terrible. Yeah. But
the Chiefs are hard, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Patrick Mahomes like second, third year. I'm like, yeah, this is who I'm rocking with. Kelsey's gonna be 33.
Yeah, you've been a Pat Mahomes fan and the Chiefs fan. I remember when he started.
I just immediately bandwagon because I had to get on a good team because I was always just a Lions fan. And they just didn't give me anything to cheer about.
I've always been a Ravens fan. Yeah, like I've always loved the Ravens, but I mean, I've always cheered like you got to cheer for your fucking like the Lions. Like people are like Dylan hates the Lions.
I know.
Like, he hates them. Like, he won't even cheer. I'm like...
Is he still a Patriots fan, or did he like the Bucks? What's he going to do now?
That guy's a fucking bandwagon.
What's he going to do now?
That guy fucking is
D-Walk, I love you, but what are you going to do now?
He was a Pats fan. Oh, now he's a Bengals fan now. He likes Joe Burrow. That's his guy.
Respect.
He was a Pats fan, and then a Bucks fan. And then he hopped on the Bengals bandwagon. I'm like...
You gotta respect it. You gotta get on a bandwagon.
I don't know what I'm about to do, though, when Lamar leaves. Because, I mean, I'm loyal to my Ravens, but it's not looking like it's... I don't know what's about to happen. So,
I know.
It's nice that the Lions are on the come-up, though. I'm fucking so excited for that shit.
Well, so earlier this year, like, it was, like, when the Lions were doing real bad and golf was playing terrible. Yeah. People were talking about, like... Lamar coming to Detroit, but I feel like Goff played himself into another year.
I would see that, yeah. I mean, I seen a video the other day where a scenario they were talking about Lamar coming to Detroit. That would be fucking fire. Everybody's like, oh, no. It's like, yeah, I'd take whatever. Like, Jared Goff's playing good. He played worthy enough for sure.
The second half of the year, I feel like bought him another, year, another chance to play.
But, would I take Lamar over him? Yes.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Even I was talking about it about it with Troy. And, Troy is a diehard fucking Lions fan. And he said flat out, if the Lions had Lamar Jackson, they would win the Super Bowl. They could win the Super Bowl, flat out.
Yeah.
If
they kept that same roster.
They have fucking all-star. They're going to have fucking Pro Bowl, Amon-Ra's already a Pro Bowl receiver.
Amon-Ra's cold.
Jay's going to be probably a Pro Bowl receiver.
Oh, Jamal Williams?
Yeah.
Sorry, Jameson. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But if they keep Jamal Williams, he would be a dog. If Swift can stay healthy, that's always been his thing, though. He always gets hurt.
Well, they got Jameson and Jamal. They're both probably at running. Their running backs are solid. Their receivers are solid. They got fucking a good old line. They got young talent on fucking defense. You know what I mean? And Dan Campbell. They're playing fucking good. If they got a quarterback, bro, like Lamar, that could because that's the thing. Jared Goff has been playing good.
But Lamar's a game changer.
He is. He's just that fucking.
You have to plan. You have to scheme against him.
You know, Jared Goff. He was torching it up. Last year.
He was last half of the season. He was probably arguably a top 5 quarterback type deal. Yeah, he went 3 or 4 games without throwing a pick and had 11 touchdowns.
He wasn't even turning the ball over.
No, it was but.
And he's been to the Super Bowl before.
Yeah, everyone just gave up on. I mean, I feel like he got himself another year. Some people don't want that, but The Lions could go into next year with like $100-something million in cap space and be able to sign anybody. Like just throw a bag at like if you think there's going to be one player. But I don't even think they're going to do that.
No, they're building shit up, and we got draft picks coming up. You know what I mean?
We got 2 first-round picks this year. They could make a deal and do something with it.
It's looking really good. It's looking really good for the Lions, man. I like Dan Campbell too.
I know everyone. He was. It's funny when you think about like when they were 1-6.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, "Fire this guy!
Talking
this guy's
shit.
trash." He's won because he had only won like 3 or 4 games. And
yeah.
But like his roster was terrible.
Well, everybody was just on that train too, especially because we just had Patricia and he was fucking sucked, and it was like So we wanted to find that guy.
Yeah.
It was like in Dan Campbell for a minute. It wasn't, but we had to give him time. That's the thing. Everybody, you gotta have time, man, to rebuild. Like. This guy, the way he just turned that shit around, like in half of a season.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even the bye weeks. They had a bye week 6. I remember that because I had to sit him on St. Brown, and I was sad. He's on a fantasy team. Him and Devontae Adams had bye weeks the same week, so my receiver sucked that week. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, that shit'll hurt you.
But they got blown out by the Patriots and then the Cowboys. But after that, they came out like crazy, and that was when they were 1-6, and they ended up being 9-8.
Yeah, they should have fucking beat the Panthers though.
That was the worst. Like I was so mad,
so fucking pissed. I could not believe
that was Christmas Eve, right?
I knew they were gonna lose that game.
I'm pretty sure that was Christmas Eve.
Was that?
I think it was.
I think it was around 15? That time.
It was around there because I remember I was over at my brother's house. And I couldn't actually watch it because there were fucking little kids running around. But I saw that they just kept going down by more, and it's like if they won that game, they would have made the playoffs. At fucking 10-7.
That's the thing. It's those games where it's like
that's a trap game. They were looking ahead. It's like the Panthers got
the SOL, same old Lions,
brand new Lions. Okay,
I do believe though that they're going to be on a different wave next season. I think they're going to be doing really good.
I mean. They're gonna be
only time will tell. I mean, I hope this wasn't just a one-time fucking little,
no
run at it.
I don't think so. Because I mean, you gotta think like Amonra has done that for like a season and a half now. He didn't get opportunities the first half of his rookie year.
Yeah.
But once he got chances, he was great, and he was great this year.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I feel like he
fucking popped off.
He's cold. Fucking 4th-round pick,
bro. He's a beast.
Maybe even 5th.
Especially for being a small guy.
But like he's that perfect slot receiver type, just good hands and can run a route. Like
yep, he gets open, bro.
And he might not burn, he might not burn you 60 yards down the field type deal, but he can run a mean fucking corner route or something and get you 15, 20.
But Wes Welker never did that either. Burn people like that downfield, and he was a dominant slot.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you said, he's got the attributes for that for sure.
That's why he's crazy in PPR fantasy. He'd be catching like 10 passes a game.
Did you fucking hear about low-key, the conspiracy about Damar Hamlin?
Yeah. I saw it.
What's your take on that? You think that's some cap?
I don't know. I hope it is.
That's some fucking weird shit.
Like.
But I didn't even think anything about that.
Well.
The conspiracy is that they're saying that Damar Hamlin died. And that he might actually be like the government's basically trying to fake it that he's still alive in the NFL to not portray that someone died on the NFL field.
Because this season wouldn't have gone on if someone died.
For various different, like reasons. Yeah. They're saying all different types of stuff for why he could have potentially died. But, I mean, I'm not saying I believe it or anything like that, but it was just something when I seen it, I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't even think about that.
The couple of clips, like the one of like him walking like up towards the suite, like going upstairs when he had like his hood up and there were a bunch of people around him.
Yeah.
That looked kind of weird.
Yeah.
But then it's like at the same time, are those people using flash? Like he could have some type of brain problem and he shouldn't be seeing flash photography.
Yeah.
That's like, I mean, that's
like you said, you don't know.
No. But the fact that they showed him, like...
But it was just through
all the snow.
Like, people got to find a conspiracy in fucking anything.
Oh, yeah. There's always an alternate play at it.
I mean, people make points. Sometimes the points are valid. you know, but I don't fucking know. So how do you know for sure?
No one truly does.
So it makes it a conspiracy, I guess.
You just have to make your, you have to educate yourself, make your opinion.
Flat out.
But I don't know how much you can educate yourself, because, I mean, he's posted a video of, what looks to be him on Twitter, but, there's that deepfake AI shit now where, like, they can make AI computer shit look exactly like someone. You never know. We're in a weird point in time.
It is fucking weird. Like, there's a lot of weird shit going on. For real.
I don't know at what point it was, but just like everything just seemed to kind of go off track. It was rolling good for a little while, but something
fucking COVID just came and just everything.
I don't know if it was that. Like, I don't know if it's. But I mean,
that was like the major like.
That's what changed
shift in everything.
Yeah, because I mean that
made people start to like everything was just like after that. Like,
I feel like COVID made like social media like a lot more popular.
Yeah, social media is fucking. It's weird.
Well, the algorithm shit is weird.
Yeah,
I hate that shit.
Yeah, like, I hate it too.
People can send you shit, and like it starts popping up on your thing. It's like I'm sure there's some agreement that that I pressed agree to at some point to get a fucking big thing off my screen, but it's just like.
Well, they're tapped into to your phone, like on everything.
Oh yeah.
So fucking like you said. They know, like, it's almost like what you, like, the shit that they track everything on your phone.
Oh, yeah.
So they're always putting up, like, those recommendations and stuff like that and those ads and
I hate
weird
that shit. But, like, phones are, like, necessary.
Yeah, they are. Like, phones are very good. Like, phones are good. Technology's good. The internet, it's, like, and social media is good. Like, I be on social media I got like a Instagram for the podcast, and then I got to be on social media like for my podcast, and then I don't mind social media, but I like just recently, like it's been a little bit now, but I had to start like I try not to be on it, like just because it's such a habit now. Like people just literally like pull their phone out and they can't help it. They just pull their phone out, go on social. It's like. And all day, sometimes people are on that shit, and it's like you cannot be on that shit all day. It's not good for you. It's like you're not gonna gain anything by just fucking constantly like worrying about what other people are doing and distracting yourself. And it's like, fuck all that, man. And then people see shit on there, and they get these certain fucking perspectives on things that ain't even for real. It's just what the fuck they see on social media. It's like
well. I don't know. Everyone's a fucking
gotta monitor that shit.
Everyone's a fucking keyboard warrior now.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny.
Everybody. And I mean, it's kind of funny because I mean,
fucking poster on.
And it goes with like the freedom of speech and whatnot. Like I don't care. I don't give a fuck about what anybody says on social media. I'm one of those people that like it don't. Certain people, that's the thing. If you let social media, like what people say on social media, like really affect you, you gotta like reevaluate some shit. You know what I mean? Because you can't be letting that shit fucking really get to you. Sticks and stones at the end of the day.
But there's a group of people who will go out on fucking social media looking to get angry.
Yeah.
Just like being mad. It's like,
for real.
Put the phone down.
Flat out. You could do so much more when you just choose to not devote your time to the... And like we said, the internet is good. Technology is good, but technology is also scary. Like you said, I mean, the shit that they can do now, who knows what the fuck they're going to be able to do in like 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I just seen another video the other day.
The palm print thing?
The palm.
I saw that shit.
The palm chip. Who's going to get palm chips?
Hell no.
Not me.
I don't know.
I'm fucking throwing elbows, bro. If they try to put one of them in me.
My card got a chip. I don't need one in my palm. What's the
what difference? The fuck, man? Like, why do we have to get anything inserted in us?
It's just dumb.
For currency or whatever. All it is just another way, man, for them to just get closer to you.
I don't know. Yeah. Elon's Neuralink thing is wild.
Yeah, Elon...
I mean, he's always been out there.
I get it, yeah. That's just, like who knows?
But, like...
I mean, I think Elon's straight.
Have you heard about, like what his Neuralink thing is?
What? I've heard about it.
It's essentially like a computer chip into your brain. Yeah,
basically where everything is ran through that system.
And so, like, there's good and bad about it because I've heard him say, like, in theory they should be able to cure somebody's blindness by making something work in their brain that doesn't work now.
Yeah.
And, like, things like that would be, like, I mean, that would be incredible. But at the same time, at what point does it just become too much?
Yeah.
Like, I fully hope that all those people that have an issue that could be fixed by this have it fixed and it's a real fix. But in the same sense, like...
It's just scary because we've never been there.
No, and
so we don't know what's gonna... Yeah, we don't know... Like,
these people have chips in their brain.
We grew up, like, watching movies and shit like that and, like, seeing certain shit like that. And you're
fucking
like...
Terminator.
You're like, yeah, what the fuck is this? Like, it ain't, And now it's fucking... You don't know where the fuck it's... Like I said, it's just advancing so fast.
It could end up out in left field real fast, and that wouldn't be good.
So... But... At the same time, like you said, you got to be optimistic of the benefits that it can have for people and however ways, however which way.
But it'd be some shit. Just it comes to a point where it's so useful that everyone has it, and then it's just like everyone's a fucking robot. It's like,
dude, that shit would be. I'm telling you, like you said. I mean, I've seen the Terminator, bro. I know how this shit goes.
Like, that's what I mean. It's like it becomes a thing so much, it's so popular. And I mean, I'm sure there would be a group of people that would be like, I'm not doing it.
They put that chip in you, you are fucking cooked. But I mean, I want like an invincibility chip. Give me something like that.
You might have some shit like that, dude. It's on the fucking internet. You might be able to figure it out. I don't know. They can fucking find anything like that.
The whole, like I said, though, I don't know. The currency thing to me is just weird. Like,
they've made it much more personal.
Like the whole advance in like technology, and it's like, oh yeah, like this is convenient. Like that's how it all starts. Like yeah, like this is cool. Like you can do it like this. But I'm just like one of those people that are like, what's wrong with what we got going on right now? Like what's wrong with fucking just having a credit card?
Yeah, I mean, and like you can already tap your credit card.
That's already because the cash is already gonna eventually go.
Yeah.
That's just fucking making its way out. But like the credit card's already one thing. You're telling me you want me to put something in my fucking inside my skin, underneath my skin,
just to make it what?
This shit's a tracker, man.
2 seconds, fucking more convenient.
Yeah. So what? So you could, like I said.
Then again, it's like your phone's a tracker. There's all sorts of
shit. It is, but it's like I said.
That's in you.
It's different.
I get it. Yeah.
My phone, I could throw, dude.
Yeah.
I could throw that thing right now and then go somewhere remote, and they wouldn't have no idea. You know what I mean? Where I'm at.
Maybe your car.
They might. My car. Yeah, fuck it. Ditch that thing somewhere too. Just drive somewhere out into the woods, and then fucking I'm gone.
I get it.
But like I said, they put that shit inside you. Like you said, maybe you cut it out if you were fucking dipping, if you were running.
Yeah, it'd still be fucked up.
You were trying to not be tracked. Yeah, it'd be fucked up. I don't know. Maybe, like I said, maybe it won't happen like as soon as we think. Yeah. But I feel like there's a lot of shit that they have already like advanced on that we don't even know about. I mean, I know that actually. Yeah,
I mean, it's ridiculous. The advancements in technology, like, in the really the last 15 years.
Okay.
Think about, like, the original iPhones and the internet was slow and...
Think about the iPods. The iPod Nano.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
No touchscreen, no nothing. You had 5 buttons.
Bro. iPod Shuffle. Yeah, MP3 players, CD players. If
they've advanced things like that...
So it gets so fast. It just got so fast out of nowhere.
Well, they had a baseline for it, and then they just made it better from there. Because they always had a standard that they could go to and just tweak the system this much to make it good. Make it that much better. And even then, Apple doesn't even like I got the iPhone 14. Like, it's cool. It holds the charge really good. But like, if I'm charging it and watching a video or something at the same time,
yeah,
the battery, like, it'll start to get a little bit warm. Like, not like hot or like overheating anything, but it's just like.
Mine does that too. Yeah, I got the 13.
It's fucking 10-minute video.
Yeah.
Like, why is this shit getting hot?
For real. Well, they don't make shit like they used to anymore either. It's all just fucking bullshit. They're just slapping together, putting all these new features on it. Like, yeah, you can do this and you could do that. But in fucking a year, you know what I mean? This phone's going to start acting like a piece of shit.
Yeah, just
in a year or two.
Or
it's going to drop, you know, it ain't no more days, like you said, like the flip phone, bro. Like the OGs, you know, they used to have that shit on their hip. The flip phone, you could have that bitch for 10 years. You know what I mean? It's a wrap now for that. You can't even get them bitches no more. It's all smartphones.
Yeah. Buying a fucking minute phone.
But smartphones are cool. I mean, I like my iPhone.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great concept. I mean, obviously, it's like the most convenient thing we have to use basically all the time.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like you become so reliant on it. Like, my mom always gives me shit. I mean, I'll be fucking leaving, and I'll leave my phone or something, and it's always just like, oh, you can't leave without your phone or whatever. It's just like, no, I can't. And I know immediately because my phone immediately hooks up to my fucking Apple CarPlay.
Yeah.
And it's just, if my music isn't playing by the time I get in the car, it's like, don't have my phone, need that. But I need it for everything day to day. It's just like
I love my phone. Like, I mean, I use my phone all the, like, especially I drive a lot. You know, I drive a lot, especially for work. You know, I use it for my GPS, and I make a lot of calls for work. I'm constantly during the workday calling my boss, talking to my boss, talking to other people. So it's like, you need that shit, but it's like you got to be using it for the right way and not just fucking using it as a distraction 24/7.
Yeah,
like you got to know when to put that shit down.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is, like, when I'm at work, I got the radio, and I just leave it in the radio, so it's always playing. And there are times where I get a couple missed calls from the boss, whatever. It's like, you know.
Yeah,
like,
for real.
If it's an emergency, pull up.
Yeah,
like,
whatever. You know.
They know what it is. It's not like I'm not always right next to it. I can't hear if it's going to stop playing music. But
and that's tough. That's what, because like sometimes I love that fucking do not disturb shit on the phone.
I've got my sleep thing set up. That thing's beautiful. It like you get calls. Like, if it's not like a do not disturb where you won't get a call or anything, but you don't get notifications for anything but a call.
Nice.
It's like on your sleep thing.
That's what you want.
Set mine up.
That's what you need.
It's great.
Yeah.
And then, like,
because that shit's annoying, bro, getting all those notifications, especially if you got your email and all that shit like set up to your phone, and it's just like constantly shit going off in your social media, and it's like text.
You're laying down, and it's like you get fucking 15 notifications.
Yep.
You don't hear any of that shit unless they call you, and I feel like if they call you after they've given you, you know, a couple texts, it's a reason to call.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
I'm one of those weird people. I prefer calling, though. It's just like
calling is more of a connection.
You said what?
There's more of a connection when you talk to someone on the phone as opposed to texting.
Yeah, I don't even.
It's kind of easier to get things across.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I'd rather call someone for 20 seconds and figure some shit out than try and have like a 3-minute text conversation to do the same thing.
Yeah, sometimes texting is nice though.
Yeah, like if you're like doing something, like if you're like occupied and it's not like quick response, or I don't know. It's just like I would rather just
have the conversation.
Just like, yo, what are you doing?
Yeah, kind of speed up the process.
Yeah, and it's like, all right, well, I'll meet you there whenever.
Yeah, because texting too can drag out. And you get the people, it's like you text them, they don't text you back for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Then you text them back, and then they don't text you back for like 20 minutes again. Or like, it's like...
Well, and then at that point, it's just like, fuck it.
As opposed to, like you said, if you would just call them and got a hold of them at that point, like,
make the plans like that, it's over.
Yo, can you talk? Oh, I can't talk right now. All right, whatever. Then you, like, shoot them a text or whatever like that. They hit you back. But, fucking the call, it definitely makes that shit more convenient.
I don't know.
Just getting on the phone.
I've always been like that. And that, probably because I didn't get a phone till I was in 7th grade.
Yeah.
Oh no, I mean,
I didn't either. Shit, I didn't get one until I was probably about 12.
Yeah, I was 12 or 13.
My first phone was a minute phone.
I didn't get the minute phone. So I had the keyboard. I had the slide up keyboard.
Yeah, me too. For sure. I had a little black fucking Virgin Mobile. The slide up minute phone.
I've had Verizon forever.
Yeah, I've had T-Mobile. After that, I ended up getting T-Mobile. I've had T-Mobile for fucking ever.
But yeah, no, that I had that thing, but that was like 7th grade.
Technology too, though, the way that it's just, because like talking about like how old we were when we got phones, it's just crazy to me to see like
kids get phones at like 5 years old, 6 years old.
You know, like I was just talking about that. Like my niece and my nephews, they all got phones. It's like my little brother and sister, they got fucking tablets. My mom does a good job of monitoring that shit, but it's like they fucking, and some of these kids, they get so addicted to it at a young age. It's not good. Like, well, I know my kids won't be on that shit like that.
My nephew's funny.
Yeah.
None of my friends have met you. It's funny because, like, you know John. Like, a lot of my friends from way back know John.
Yeah.
No one's met John's kid yet. John's kid is funny.
Yeah.
He's like, he's like, he sees your phone, but he doesn't want to, like, actually, like, play on it or anything. He just wants to hold it because he's like smart. He knows it's important to you type deal.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, and then like the TV remote, like kids like remotes and shit. So they bought an identical remote, like, and just give it to him, and he just presses buttons on it. Like, he's starting to figure out that maybe it's not doing anything.
Yeah.
But like, he's just sitting there pressing buttons,
trying to figure it out. Yeah. What is this?
It's
what does it do?
Little kids are funny. Like, he's at that age where like he's starting to talk and shit.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, he's been walking, but like he's starting to put together like, 2-3 words at a time type deal.
Yeah.
And it's just funny to see him learn, because the first thing he learned was like, I think this means more in sign language.
Okay.
And I don't know why he learned that first, but
yeah,
he does that and says please at the same time when he's asking for more food.
Nice.
But it's just like he's doing too much.
Bro, kids though, I mean, they just soak it all up.
Yeah.
They're the quickest learners, man. They see whatever they see, man, and they just.
Well, and that's why kids got to interact with other kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
for sure. For sure, especially the younger they are. Like, it's super important to get that shit instilled in kids early. Like, for them to just be interactive. Not just with, like, you and themselves, but, like, other people outside of their immediate family.
It's, like, perfect for...
learning how to share and how to get along with other people. All types of shit.
Like, COVID babies were, like, deprived of that. Like,
yeah. Fuck yeah.
I mean, obviously... they're not going to be sent. They're not going into daycare or anything. But like Weston, that's John's kid. His name's Weston. He's been going like he does like daycare with John's fiance's mom. She's retired. She takes care of she has 3 daughters and takes care of all 4 of their kids. Yeah, or all 4 of the kids. Mm-hmm. So he's around kids all the time. So like he's like he kind of knows how to share, not quite, but like he's just used to it. Yeah. But like you can see how much more he's learned than my cousin has a kid who's like 2.5. He's like a full year older type deal. Yeah. But he never went, like he started daycare when he was like a year and a half old, where Weston started daycare at like 6 months type deal, because he was there all the time. Yeah. And like their like social development is completely different. And it's like the more you deprive people of social interaction, the less they develop as people. Yeah. And that applies to anything. If you stick yourself in, your phone, a video game, this and that, and you don't have social interaction, you're not going to know how to deal with people, how to talk to people, and this and that. And I feel like that's like kind of how like...
And that's all on the parents.
Well, it's on the parents, and I mean, and especially if you do that growing up, it's just exponentially worse. Because
the kid has like no control over the circumstance.
So no, the parent has to put a foot down. Even
if a kid doesn't go to daycare, like I said, like if a parent's still got to do their part to put their kid in a position of where they're interacting with other kids, and it's better off, like you said, to do it earlier on. But even if a kid doesn't get into school till they're 3, going to preschool or whatever, 3, 4, and then they get into kindergarten. Like, it's up to a parent still to make sure that they monitor, like, how their kid does interact with other kids and, like, be involved in their social life, you know, from an early stage up until they're fucking, you know, a young adult. Yes. Just because you gotta that's how kids end up out here fucking, you know, or going crazy or whatever it is, like, or feeling some type of way because, like, and the parents don't even know, like, they just fucking got no clue. They're so
disconnected. They drop their kid at school and they think it's just like daycare.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay,
and it's always been like that. And I get people are busy too, but I mean, there's just a responsibility factor. Yeah,
you make a commitment when you have that kid.
Exactly.
But and that's, you know, so like you said, people going wild out here. It's just like they just don't have enough, like, interaction with people. They don't, you know, they don't talk to people enough. It's all internet. Then, like, you sit down and have a conversation or a phone call, whatever. It's just all typing over the internet. They feel like they're by themselves type shit.
Well, that's one of the things too that I like about the fucking podcast.
Oh yeah.
Because we just sit and have, like, a conversation. You know what I'm saying? And just talk. Yeah. Motherfuckers. Nowadays, that's the thing. The internet and, like, the social media and the technology takes away from that. The interaction. Yeah. Like, back in the day before all this shit, there was no fucking, like, just texting, like, back and forth. And,
no,
like,
you made a phone
people
call.
Don't even know how to speak when they get around other people.
Yeah, well, and then there was, like, when you think back, you know, before our time, but, like, our parents and shit, they used to have to fucking write dates down in their calendar book type shit, like, when they made plans.
Before they even had the fucking GPSs, motherfuckers used to travel. They used to use maps.
What the fuck you mean? Dude, there was a map. You remember my Buick? There was a map in that Buick the entire time.
Yeah, for real, bro.
That's because that was my grandma's car. She gave that to me for my, like, 18th birthday.
That's how it used to go, man.
But, like, I would have... It happened when I was older. Like, I had a smartphone. I had GPS. And I told her, like, I've got the address in. She goes, give me the map. And she figured... My grandma died when she was 93. She was old. But she drove until she was, like, I don't know, like 86 or something. Yeah. And there was she almost got in a bad accident one time, and then she did get in an accident. It wasn't bad, thankfully. Yeah. But after she got in that second one, it was like
no more driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But always it was maps. That's it.
That's it.
It's like even if you have turn by turn, she was like, I go this way.
I mean, to use a map, you have to be, like, instinctive, like, and you
got to know where you are.
Flat out. Like, nowadays, it's so easy. You put that shit in GPS and literally to a T.
Yeah. Oh,
it's rerouting you around traffic.
You passed your signal, or you passed your exit type shit. All right, turn left at this one, get back up, do it again type shit.
Like, and people still get lost with a GPS.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Like, I know how to get here.
Imagine, like, back in the day, like, before, like, now it's all spoon fed, but if you didn't have any sense of direction back in the day, you were just fucked.
Yeah. Well, I knew how to get here. I'm one of those people, like, I'm good with directions. Like, if I go somewhere once, I'm pretty good about getting back there.
Oh yeah.
Like, I came here a couple times before. Like, but, like, I just knew, like, the street sign, like, the street name wasn't on that first sign. And I didn't remember.
Well, you gotta be paying. That's the thing too. Some people, they never pay attention, like, when they're driving around anywhere, because they're just so reliant on, like, the GPS. They're like distracted, like they're looking at their phone or they're fucking talk. It's like you gotta sometimes, like, I always think about, like, that a lot, especially if I'm going somewhere far, and like, I don't know my way around the area. I mean, you're not gonna fucking remember everything just off the top of your head, but you can remember, like, select things, landmarks that can help you. You know, like, what if you never know, your phone fucking breaks, it's late at night, your phone dies, whatever, you just never know. So it's like to somewhat know and be aware of where you're at, like, at all times.
I don't know. I don't know if it's like a placebo thing, but I feel like if I, like, sit down, I'll know what direction I'm facing type deal.
Okay.
Like, I can figure out north and south pretty fast. Like, that's not bad. But I don't know, just like being around here, like I'm around here, like I plow snow like a mile up the road, and then like 2 or 3 miles, like there's a couple of spots I'm always around here. Yeah. So like I know the area and shit, and it's just like you said, a landmark or something. I knew that like the street, it did the actual street name wasn't the one I was gonna see there, and I knew it was like this weird little cut thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's it.
But you already knew, where you were at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know. I drive a lot for work. I know you do too.
Well, that's what I said. Like, before I started doing what I like glass, I didn't drive, besides just local. But even when I was younger, like riding the bike, like I used to go far. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, I always liked to. I was a fat kid. I like to see. I like to fucking and even traveling for work. Like that's one of the things that's cool about driving. Like, and I've always admired about driving and road tripping. Like just seeing the different fucking places, different landmarks. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've always thought that shit was sweet.
That's how we did our vacations when I was a kid. Like, I mean, we wouldn't go anywhere like crazy far. Like we went up and down the East Coast a little bit, down to like North Carolina or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was just like not too much, but it was always a road trip in the excursion. And that thing was ahead of its time. And it was a 2003, but it had the DVD player.
Hell yeah.
So like we'd be watching that, but like our parent, like mom and dad would be like telling us, you know, look at like when we're going through mountains and shit. And we'd actually like watching shit. Like
yeah,
it was cool, but those trips were a long time, and there was a lot of times where like you would just sit there and talk because you can't watch movies for 12 hours straight. Good though to sit there. I know. That's what I mean. That's what I'm getting at. It's like those road trips like that. It's like you appreciate that more than a fucking rush to the airport for a 2-hour flight to somewhere like where you could get 10 hours of like valuable time with someone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
I'm not advocating for driving across the country just for the hell of it, but like if you can make a little, if you can make a trip out of it, and it's gonna be if it fits, like sweet, you can stop everywhere along the way.
And just seeing different places. I've always found it fascinating too. Like I like seeing other places, just like too how other people live. Like even just in like the United States, like when you go from one side of the country to the other, and you see like how different people are living different, a little bit different. It's sweet. It's nice to see different areas, different landscapes, bro, different neighborhoods. It's like you don't even gotta leave the country to see that. But it's also nice too, like going to Jamaica. Like when I went to Jamaica, it was fucking awesome.
Just a whole different environment type.
Traveling is fucking sweet. That's something that people need to experience, like seeing other places. I feel like people need to experience that shit.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, like I'm going to California later this month. Like
hell yeah,
it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, nice to get away, and it's like it's different.
Yeah,
it's a different vibe, a different feel, and it's not like maybe it's not like somewhere you want to be all the time, but it's like. The time's right. You're going to a wedding. You're gonna be having fun. You're gonna be somewhere different.
Yeah, I mean, make a little trip out of it.
Some nice weather. It's fucking cold here. Yeah. Hopefully you get some nice sun. And it's gonna be sweet. Yeah. That's one of the good things. It's nice to fucking be able to travel.
Yeah.
Like that shit is a luxury, man.
It really is. I mean,
people that can't, that don't do that shit or can't afford to do that shit or just choose not to, like, they don't even know. It's just stepping outside of your comfort zone and going somewhere different, especially if you travel with some friends or.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
and then you go have a good time.
I'm going with Troy. Brad's gonna be there. Brad and Vicky are gonna be there too.
And you make those, like you say, you create those memories.
Yeah.
That fucking end up lasting. I mean, that shit's way more valuable than fucking, like you said, a lot of the other things that people choose to value.
Yeah, well, and it's funny because like the odds of like me, Brad, and Troy and Vicky like all like going out there
for real,
like how Troy met Maurice is just it's so crazy.
That's
like,
something like
they
that.
worked together for like 2 months.
Shit up. Yeah,
but then like we played Xbox and then we hung out, we smoked, like it was just we chilling. And we've been boys ever since like the first time we hung out with them. It was all it was just all chill.
And weddings are fucking fun. Weddings are fun. I fucking love weddings. They're hype.
We started talking up to Cali weed, so.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
I don't know.
Weddings are a good time, bro. They're just that atmosphere. Everybody's in a good mood. There's just that love in the air. Motherfuckers just got married. There's some drinks going around.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Like that's I don't even be fucking out like that. But when I'm at a wedding,
weddings are fun.
You just can't help but turn up.
Especially
you got some good food too.
Especially like a friend's wedding. Like family weddings are fun. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like a friend's wedding where it's like,
and especially it's just like if it's someone too that likes to have a good time. Because some people are just more fun and outgoing than others. That's just how life goes. But some people, what'd you say?
I'm kind of worried about John's wedding.
Some people, though, but it's still, like I said, they're a nice opportunity. They're fun to go to. I enjoy weddings. You know, big or so bigger or smaller. Like I've been to smaller ones. I've been to some that are like a little bit bigger. But it's just nice. Everybody's just celebrating. You know.
It's just a good
fun fucking time for real.
I got a few to go to. Brad's is later this year. John's is later this year.
Hell yeah, that's fire. Yeah, dude, they're fucking like I said. They're expensive, man.
Yeah.
I was just talking to one of my boys not too long ago about a fucking ring. Like I've talked to a couple of people actually about like rings, and them things, man, they're no fucking joke. And then the ring alone.
The rings is part of it.
And then the wedding.
You got the venue, the catering, the drinks, the this.
And the planning. Yeah. Like, that shit is just so much. It's so much. But it's nice. It's like a once in a... That's why I always say, fuck, bro. If I'm getting married...
I'm doing it once.
I'm doing it once, man. I ain't about to... If it don't work, that shit's rad.
Yep.
Because you don't want to do that shit twice. Some motherfuckers do that shit like 5 times.
Yeah, no, you...
It's crazy.
It's my fifth wife. Yeah. It's like, bro, stop.
That shit's getting boring at that point. You gotta just stop that. But shit, we've been rolling shit hour and a half. I fucking would keep on going, but it's already fucking 4:00. I'm gonna have to fucking end up jumping on some shit, get some more shit done this Sunday. But this was fire.
Alright.
This was fire.
It's all good.
Yeah. Yeah, but next time, I mean, we're gonna end up fucking having you on again. I'm glad that you fucking ended up coming by.
Yeah, I mean,
this shit was
usually
fucking dope.
Weekends I'm free, but
yeah,
I mean, I enjoy being on here. Talk about a bunch of little random shit, but it was cool.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's what, like I said, it already an hour and a half, bro. I mean, we could have honestly kept going for fucking 3 hours if we wanted to.
Yeah, you let me smoke a square, I'll go for 3 hours. So that's the only thing.
Flat out, I know. Like I said, the squares, you're going to have to get off them next, G.
Yeah, no, everyone tell me that.
Flat out. A square does sound good, though. I be smelling them when I'm working. People be smoking them, man. I'm like, fuck. The other day, my boy, too, he's like, yeah, you want one?
No.
I'm like, nah, I'm good. But I can notice the difference when I'm at the gym. Yeah. Like, now that I quit.
Well, like, and I don't smoke as often in the winter because, like, in the summer I'm outside all the time, and that's when it's like you run into some shit that pisses you off.
You just want to smoke square, flat out.
But like in the winter, I'm not outside all the time. I'm not getting nearly as pissed off because I'm working, less hours. I'm only getting 35, 40 hours a week compared to 55, 60 type shit.
Yeah.
But it's also cold outside, so like I don't want to be out there smoking a square.
Yeah.
Just hang out inside.
Flat
and
out.
like it's fucked up because like as I smoke less like cigarettes, I can smell shit a little better. I can taste shit a little better, and it's like I just need to cut them out, but I just got to do it.
Flat out. It's
tough. It's but it's one of those things where like if you want to, you can.
Cigarettes are for like I smoked cigarettes for a long time. You smoked them for a while. And I always tell people, like, I liked smoking cigarettes. Like, some people, they tried it, they never liked it. Like, I liked smoking cigarettes, and I've quit a lot of times. Like, I quit probably, like, 10 times. And I've always just been like, fuck. Like, sooner or later, it's gonna catch up with me. Like, either it's, like, whether it be the fucking... like my inside, my lungs or whatever, and then I'm like, I care about my teeth and like my features, and I'm like, I don't really want to be fucked up, and it's like I know sooner or later it's gonna catch up to you, and as much as I said I enjoyed it, I'm like, yeah, nah, I gotta just cut that shit out. But it's tough.
I gotta get off
that fucking nicotine, bro, is no joke, man, for real. Especially like you said, you're at work, bro. And you go, and it's like such an instinctive thing.
Yeah, it's like you run into it like some type of little problem, and it's pissing you off to where you need to step back, and then it's just like, all right, let me step back, smoke a cigarette, and I'm sure it's just at some point it becomes like a placebo thing, but like you feel like the cigarette calms you down. I don't know if it actually does at some point, but you feel like it does. You tell yourself it does, and then you go back and you try to get your shit done. But that, for whatever reason, that mental
they actually
smoke break.
said that it. I mean, I seen Andrew Huberman. He was talking about him like the other day. Like cigarettes they do like the nicotine. Like it does provide some things for you that are not bad. Like the nicotine.
Yeah, but it's everything else.
But like the smoking, the tobacco. It's not good for you. But it is what it is. Like I said, I'm not one of those people that are like be hounding people. I hate it. Like my grandma, she smoked cigarettes forever. Alright, she quit. Like if she smells them or anything. This is when I would still like smoke a cigarette. She'd be like, "Oh, they're fucking. Those cigarettes stink.
You fucking
why do you stink?" Yeah, it's like I'm like, dude, don't be like that. Like you know how it is. Like anybody that smokes knows how it is. It's like I get it, and it is weird though. Like when I do quit. Like I don't like being around like the cigarettes. Like I said, sometimes I smell one, might smell good, but other than that, I'm like, oh yeah, I don't really like that shit. Kind of stinks. It's weird, but when you're smoking, I'm like, you don't really. It's not like that. It's weird.
No, it just smells like a cigarette.
But I mean, the new wave now is the vapes. Shit, everybody's on the vapes now.
Just get on the vaping? Fuck no.
Yeah, not just other than just like the pen and shit.
No, just the pen. No.
Yeah, no, the vapes.
I was on the Juul for about a month, and then I lost like 2 of them in like 2 weeks. I'm like, fuck this.
You never did like the breezes or anything like that?
I never bought a breeze.
Yeah, I was on the vapes for a minute. Like I like those Mr. Vapors. I was getting those, but those two, it's like fuck, man. I don't know about them. We're gonna see, bro, in due time, what kind of damage those things cause.
That's what I mean. It's like what the cigarettes are gonna do.
Yeah, I just don't know about those vapes, bro. What the fuck is really in them?
Yeah,
no one really knows.
No one does. That's the thing.
So
at least I know what's happening with cigarettes.
And it's just they haven't even been around for that long. Yeah.
No, they've been around long enough to like actually test what happens after prolonged use.
Flat out. Yeah, we're not gonna see
I'm sure they can simulate it in something.
Till we're fucking older. That's when we're gonna really find out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean everybody. And I chewed for a minute, like, and because I tried different shit to try to quit, but I just was like cold turkey was just always the best thing for me.
Yeah.
Because it made it the easiest to just be like just to give it up. And then sometimes I guess I went like 6 months, and then all of a sudden I'll be like, man, I just want one. And then I buy a pack, and then I'm just smoking. Yeah. It's like,
that's how that shit goes.
Finding shit to do too, because they say a lot of it is like the what you do, the action part of it.
Yeah.
And like the mental aspect of the like hand to mouth, like when you smoke, like so a lot of people like that smoke when they chew gum or eat chips and shit like that, like chewing gum for me was fucking big. Like I chew a lot of gum. That shit kind of helps too. Like especially like when I'm driving and whatnot, shit like that.
You be off the double bubble?
I know people though that are like, nah, I be off the Trident for real. But
the layers?
No, not the layers.
They still got the layers?
They probably do. That shit was the fire, bro, back in the day. Flat out. But I know like like people that did JD was doing the patch.
Yeah.
Like everybody's got something that works for them.
Yeah.
Some people say that shit don't work. Some people try it works. But I feel like I said, cold turkey was always the best for me. It was more like a mental thing.
Yeah, no, you can definitely quit on cold turkey.
Like I don't need them. I just like them.
Yeah.
But I'm like, is it the best for me long term? Nah. So all right, like I guess I want to quit. So I'm gonna quit. Then you try, and if it don't work, like that's the thing. I quit
different ways
a couple times, and I have gone back to it. But it's like I'm never discouraged. I'm like, all right, whatever. Like I quit when I want to quit, obviously. So who knows? But I have noticed fucking the benefits of like quitting, even if it's been like shorter term, but longer term it's nice too because the lungs are fucking, they regenerate over time.
Yeah,
they heal up. Because I know I didn't smoke a lot of fucking cigarettes, bro.
Yeah, me too.
Even for being just 25. Fuck,
yeah, me
man.
too.
But
it is what it is.
Yeah, they taste good. Especially when you're out having a drink. When you're out having a drink, man.
Oh yeah.
You're out at the bar or whatever, chilling.
It hits a little different.
Take a shot. Let's go have a square.
Yeah.
I swear.
That one's hard to say no to.
Flat out. You gotta have that shit after you. Or like shit. Like when I used to smoke, like after dinner.
Yeah, after a good meal is always a good smoke too.
Yeah, you go have a square.
There's certain times where smokes aren't good.
No, yeah.
Empty stomach smokes, no good.
Mm-mm. Or like when I used to wake up, like when I would have like a hangover, like the next day, like I would not want to smoke a cigarette. Like I would have to wait until I got like some food in me and shit like that, and got a little bit rebooted up.
I always just got fried to get rid of my hangovers, and that always works for me.
Yeah, flat out. That's a good way to do it. All day. That's the way that it was intended. But fuck the hangovers.
Facts.
Fuck the hangovers. Just moderate the alcohol.
Oh yeah.
But like I said, I'm glad that you came by, G.
Yes, sir.
This shit was dope. So I know Mike wants to go have a cigarette.
I gotta pee too.
Yeah, bet.
I drank that whole Sprite.
But like I said, I'm glad you guys tuned in. This is Kicking It with Kist. If you like the video, fucking subscribe to the channel, share. I'm gonna have more shit coming for you guys shortly. I'm glad you guys tuned in. I'll talk to you guys soon. So good looking, Mike.
Deuces, buddy.
Yep, I had fun. Peace out.